I'm Jack Armitage. I'm a PhD student in Media and Arts Technologies based at Queen Mary University of London, and I'm studying musical instrument design.
I'm Zoran Cvetkovic. I'm Professor of Signal Processing here in the Department of Dramatics at King's College, London.
Hello, my name is Chris Follows. I'm the Digital Learning Manager at University Arts London.
Hello, my name is Alejandro Escobar. I'm a MA Fine Arts Digital student, also an artist. I'm from Colombia, and my field is quite broad. I'm basically a painter and a sculptor, but embraced virtual reality technologies to develop inside of my practice.
Yeah, so I'm studying the craft of musical instrument design as opposed to the science and engineering of it. So I'm interested in questions like how do people make instruments, how do they bring their own personal, subjective, empirical, value-driven kind of approaches to instrument making, and how can we as researchers understand that and support them with new tools, new design methods, new ways of sharing instrument designs amongst designers, and generally sort of increasing the possibility space for digital instruments.
What I showed today is a new technology for surround sound, basically two new technologies. One is technology for simulating room acoustics in a way which is actually dynamic and real time. I'd like to very much engage with creative industries and we get lots of inspiration from them. Basically what we are managing to do is to render spatial sound or impression of being immersed in a acoustic virtual reality. And what is the difference between our technologies, what they enable is actually really rendering of dynamic scenes in virtual reality in real time using very, very modest computational resources. And another point is actually to be able to do it in multi-channel so that one doesn't really need to depend on headphones, which are isolating, and because always arts is some sort of shared experience, and that is what we are trying to actually accomplish.
The projects I've been working on recently have mainly involved trying to sort of initiate student groups, collaborations with staff, and also looking outwards outside the university to collaborate with industry and community groups. And during that process we formed a collective, the Digital Maker Collective, and it was very student-led. And as a result of the work that we've been doing with that collective, we were offered the opportunity to collaborate with Tate Modern in the Tate Exchange project.
As part of the Digital Maker Collective, I've been developing my practice around the use of VR with traditional techniques like painting and sculpture. This has given me the opportunity to engage with different audiences, and it has helped me a lot to develop my practice. In terms of what I'm doing here today, I was quite happy to share with a new audience, share my practice and have the discussion about the use of this technology even with traditional media like painting and sculpture.
I think one of the most interesting opportunities that virtual reality affords to instrument makers is the telepresence aspect, and I think if you can have very high resolution musical experiences in VR, then that's going to allow people to communicate across cultures and across historical sort of musical contexts in a way that we've not really seen before, so I'm quite excited about that.
It's good to hear it directly from artists. When they talk about psychological immersion, they say it somehow, oh well, the best psychological immersion I had was with this and that system performance, where the visuals were not really so great, but there was something about the narrative, etc. And I often hear actually that for psychological immersion, having this very convincing auditory immersion is more important than having very, very high quality visuals. So that is one thing that our technology is enabling. Another thing is to actually do it really effortless in real time and change the environment on the spot rather than have to pre-program it.
When you kind of engage in this conversation, I think people get really excited, and it's quite amazing to share with people with different backgrounds. I think it would be a good idea to expand the reach of it. So you could think about it as when you have these conversations, it would be just the starting point, and maybe you could create like further gatherings to allow people to maybe experiment together, or even like work on specific pieces or do some collaboration. I think it would be really nice to add that bit to this event.
I think obviously events like this today are, you know, crucial for development of, you know, those within the creative industries that are, again, you know, similar to the collective, that are sort of interested in and aware of the sort of technological developments and how that's going to impact on their future careers and practice. So, you know, to have gatherings like this is essential.